Morning everybody. This is Dr. M.D.S. Rahman, Assistant Professor with Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, Vijayawada. Today we are going to discuss about the management, principles of management. What is management? Let us see first. And then nature and importance of management, principles of management, etc. Management is nothing but it's an art of getting things done through others. Management is the process of maximizing productivity with minimum of efforts so as to maximize prosperity and happiness to both employer and employee and give the public the best possible service. Three parties are benefited here with the management process: employer, employee, and society. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently and effectively in accomplishing the organizational goals. Management is an important factor for the success of any organized activity. Today, management basically concerned with changes and challenges, and it is difficult to manage because it deals with human behavior at workplace, behavior that we cannot predict in advance because behavior is uncertain in nature. Because of that, it's a very challenging task for the managers to deal with the behavior of human beings, or that means employees at workplace. Management is art of getting things done through others. Management is art of creating something new. Management is art of creating a good environment in which people could cooperate for the purpose of accomplishing common goals of the organization. Whenever there is a group of people working together, then some sort of management becomes very essential. Management is a process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. Management, according to F.W. Taylor, who is considered to be the father of scientific management, management is the art of knowing what to know, what you want to do, and then seeing that it is done in the best and cheapest way. According to Peter Drucker, management is multi-purpose organ that manages a business and manages manager and manages workers and work. So according to Henry Fayol, on the basis of functional concepts, he defined the management as to manage is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to coordinate, and to control. Management, according to Kunz and Wodenel, is the art of getting things done through others in formal organization. It's the art of creating a good environment in which people could cooperate for the purpose of accomplishing common goals. That means management is a social process, the sense that deals with human beings, the sense employees at workplace. They have to move friendly along with them and get along with them, making friendship with them, through which they have to maintain good relations and build better relations for getting things done through. Management is an activity. Management is a purposeful activity. Management is a process of converting inputs into output through basic functions of management and managerial functions of management. So management acts as a catalyst in between input and output. Without management, without catalyst, the factors of production never become productive. So that's the importance of management. So management concerned with the effort of group. Management applies economic principles. Management involves decision making. Management is getting things done through others. Management is a discipline as it is having its own tools, techniques, methods, processes, philosophies, and also management is a multidisciplinary process as it has been drawn knowledge from different disciplines like psychology, sociology, anthropology, operations research, journalism, medicine, engineering, etc. Psychology is important to understand the individual behavior of employees, whereas sociology is important for understanding group behavior. So group behavior as well as individual behavior of employees are very important for manager to manage effectively and efficiently and to bring unity of action. Management is an art as well as a science. Art in the sense it applies human skills, practical knowledge for the purpose of accomplishing concrete goals. Science means science is concerned with systematized body of knowledge that is acquired through continued observations and experimentation, which is capable of verification. Such knowledge is having cause and effect relationship that is universally applicable. So, management is a profession also because it is having its own tools, techniques, it is an expertise body of knowledge, and it is having the standard code of conduct, and it is also having the professional bodies to manage and to safeguard, to protect the norms of the profession, etc. So management is considered as art, science as well as a profession. Science in the sense it is not an exact science, but it is an applied science or social science or pseudoscience or false science, because it doesn't give the same result under the given conditions just like an exact science. So management is a goal oriented, management is a pervasive, that means management needed at all the levels of the organization and in all functional areas. That's why it is a pervasive in nature, multidimensional, continuous process, and it is a continuous process, a dynamic process or ongoing process, never ending process. Because continuous process, so every change is important for managers. The manager is continuously monitoring the changes in and around the organization, and they have to adopt the changes for the organization purpose. Accordingly, they have to develop policies and strategies. So group activity, management is a dynamic function, management is intangible, it doesn't visible, and management is also an integrative process. Management is a goal-oriented process, efficiently directed process. So with the help of management, we derive a number of benefits, helps in achieving group goals, optimum utilization of resources, reduces costs, establishing sound organization structure, establishes equilibrium, essentials for prosperity of society, it increases efficiency, it helps in creating dynamic organization. Management helps the organization run smoothly, maintains discipline, controls resources. Management helps keep employees productive and motivated. So effective utilization of resources, efficient decision making is possible with the management. Effective controlling is also possible. Effective supervision, environmental adaptability, effective direction, brings coordination, develops leadership qualities. These are all the other benefits of management. Management is having 14 principles as given by Henry Fayol. So general principles, flexible principles, applicable, universal. So principles of management like division of work is the first important principle of management. Division of work in the sense dividing the work among the members of the organization, that reduces burden of the few at top level, that brings specialization, that assures efficiency in a particular task. If suppose, for example, manager always concentrates on the one part, workers always doing the same thing, that assures accuracy in that particular task. That brings specialization. So that is nothing but division of work. The first important principle of management. The second one is authority and responsibility. Authority and responsibility is another important task. Authority and responsibility should go side by side, parallelly. In the words of Henry Fayol, authority without responsibility makes a person irresponsible. Responsibility without authority makes a person or leads a person ineffective. That's why whatever the authority given to the person, they must have to create some accountability. That is authority and responsibility, the importance of authority and responsibility. Discipline is the third important principle of Henry Fayol. Discipline means it's a firmness, energy, and the outward kind of respect, the agreements between employer and employee. So it is relating to the obedience principle. So all the subordinates, all the employees of the organization must obey the rules and regulations, obey the instructions from superiors, respect the instructions of the superiors, etc. Without discipline, no organization could prosper. And for smooth running of the business organization, discipline is very, very important. Fourth one, unity of command. This principle implies one person should receive orders from only one superior. If suppose one subordinate placed under two superiors, if suppose two superiors instructs or issues orders at the same time to the subordinate fails to understand whose order to be followed first. So that is the violation of unity of command principle. So unity of command principle implies one subordinate should be accountable to only one superior. Otherwise there should be a contradictory order, confusion may arise, or chaotic situation may be arised in the organization. That's why this is a very, very important principle. The other principle is unity of direction. So this is relating to activities of the organization. Unity of command principle relating to authority, and this is authority and persons, and this is relating to activities and head of the department. There should be one plan and one head for a group of activities. Common goal is called the unity of direction. The unity of direction means activities aimed at the same objective and should be organized. So there are one plan and one person in charge. One plan and one head for a group of activities having the same objective is the essence of unity of direction principle. Then subordination of individual interest to the general interest. This means individual interest should not prevail over the general interest of the organization or common interest of the organization. Common interest should prevail over the individual interest of the employees or subordinates or superiors. So that is the principle of subordination of individual interest to common goals. Fair remuneration is one more important principle. So remuneration means a compensation that should be based on a systematic attempt to reward good performance and should be affordable by the employer at the same time, should be acceptable by both employer and employee. And this is the price for service received. Pay should be fair for both employer and employee and should be offered on the basis of living standards of the society. That is another important principle as suggested by Henry Fayol. Next, effective centralization is one more important principle. Effective centralization means concentration of power in the hands of few people at top level. Decentralization means dispersal of decision making power to the people at lower levels of the organization hierarchy. So both the concepts decentralization and centralization have their own merits and demerits. So that's why the balance should be maintained between centralization and decentralization. In the words of Henry Fayol, everything which goes to increase the importance of subordinates' role is called decentralization. Everything which goes to reduce it is called centralization. So both the concepts have their own pros and cons. There should be a balance between authority and decentralization and centralization should be maintained. That is the essence of this effective centralization principle. Scalar chain is ninth principle as given by Henry Fayol in an order. This is otherwise called as chain of command, chain of supervision, chain of superiors. Authority flows formally from top to down in a straight line, straight chain. Chain should not be break at any cost. The essence of this principle is everything should go through the proper channel. Every instruction, every order should go through the proper channel. That is the aim of this chain. Suppose, for example, if it is lengthy one, it takes time to take decision. In such a situation, Henry Fayol establishes a direct contact between two subordinates after obtaining their prior permission from their immediate superiors. In such a case, they could break the chain for faster communication. The person directly contact with the other person of the department at lower levels. They have to obtain their permission from their immediate superiors. So he establishes a gang plan through which they can contact directly for making decisions fastly. So this is the gang plan established by the Henry Fayol. This person directly contacts with this person after obtaining prior permission from their immediate superiors. So that is the importance of this chain. The next one is order. So there are two orders as suggested by Henry Fayol: material order and social order. Material order means that refers to a place for everything and everything in its appointed place. So social order means everyone in his right job. So everything in the place, the right man in the right job, right place. There should be an order for material things and people in the organization. So next one is equity. So equity means kindness, justice towards employees equally. There should not be there any discrimination on part of employees. Equity is combination of kindness and justice. It creates loyalty and devotion in the employees towards the organization. Equity principle suggests that the managers must be kind enough as well as equally fair to subordinates. According to this principle, there should not be any discrimination amongst the employees based on religion, caste, language, nationality, race, etc. Equity ensures coordinated relations between superiors and subordinates. The one next principle is stability of tenure of personnel. This means Fayol suggested that job security should be provided to employees. Job security, the tenure of personnel is very important and essential. Insecure feeling leads both cause and effect, bad consequences in the organization, like employee turnover, absenteeism will be increased with insecure feeling of employees. That's why he suggested that the job security should be provided to the employees to retain them with a long while with the organization. Next one, initiative, 13th principle. Without limits of authority and discipline, all levels of staff should be encouraged to show initiative. Management should encourage initiative. That is, they should encourage the employees to make their own plans, to execute these plans. The initiative is important to work independently without dependence on others. that type of atmosphere, that type of climate should be created in the organization to show all the employees initiation. For example, organization must have employees suggestion system so that they have feeling of belongingness. The last principle is spirit decops. Spirit decops means team spirit. Therefore, management should create unity, cooperation, team spirit among the employees. They should avoid dividing and rule policy. Harmony, cohesiveness among the personnel is very important. It is a great source of strengthening the organization. It is a quality in every successful business. For example, manager should replace I with we. So in his conversation to bring a team spirit among the employees, this would help the management or organization to maintain a good culture, a mutual trust, develops trust and develops confidence, and will help in achieving organizational goals, leading to cordial relations between management and workers. Thank you very much for patience listening. Thank you so much.